Assalamu alaikum. Let me introduce myself. My name is Intan Gustina. NPM 213110556SI Class GAB1. Here I will explain material regarding global digital governance. Global digital governance is a concept that includes principles, policies, and practices for managing and regulating the use of digital technology at the global level. This involves coordination and collaboration between government agencies, the private sector, civil society, and international institutions to create a framework that facilitates growth and innovation in the digital ecosystem, while safeguarding shared interests such as privacy protection, cybersecurity, and digital ethics. Some important aspects of global digital governance involve 1. Regulations and policies. Establishment of regulations and policies that guide the use, development, and deployment of digital technologies worldwide. This includes establishing ethical standards and security norms that apply globally. 2. Data protection and privacy. Development of a framework that protects users' personal data and provides uniform security standards worldwide. 3. Cybersecurity. International cooperation to address cybersecurity threats involving critical infrastructure and sensitive data. Global digital governance is becoming increasingly important with the rapid growth of digital technology and its potential far-reaching impact. International cooperation and a shared understanding of digital governance help create a safe, transparent, and sustainable digital environment globally. Global digital governance aims to create a digital environment that can provide benefits for all parties, minimize risks, and promote globally recognized values in the context of digital technology. It involves cross-border dialogue and cooperation to address the challenges and opportunities faced by the global community in the digital world. A framework and structured set of practices that govern the use, protection, and management of information technology and data on a global scale. This involves policies, procedures, and standards established to ensure security, privacy, legal compliance, and openness in the use and management of data and information technology throughout the world. Global digital governance aims to harmonize practices and standards among jurisdictions, taking into account legal and cultural differences, while promoting security, data protection, and responsible use of technology. The importance of global digital governance is increasingly felt along with the important role of technology in daily life and modern business. This includes aspects of cybersecurity, data privacy, legal compliance, ethics in the use of technology, as well as cross-border cooperation to overcome challenges related to information management in today's digital era. Let's go into more detail on several aspects related to global digital governance. Regulation and compliance. Global data regulations. Various regulations such as GDPR in the European Union, CCPA in California, or other data regulations in various countries have a major impact on how data is processed, stored, and exchanged globally. Cross-border compliance. Multinational companies must comply with different regulations in each country or region in which they operate, requiring them to have policies and systems that can accommodate these differences. Data security and privacy. Data protection. Keeping personal data secure is a top priority in global digital governance. This involves investing in a strong security infrastructure and policies and procedures to prevent cyber attacks. User privacy. Giving users control over their personal data is an important part of a privacy policy based on global digital governance. Ethics in the use of technology. Responsible use of artificial intelligence guarantees that AI implementation takes into account ethical and justice implications, and does not violate the rights of specific individuals or groups. Transparency and accountability. Companies are required to be transparent about how data is used and for what purposes. They also need to be responsible for decisions made based on algorithms or AI. Risk management and awareness. Risk management, identifying and mitigating risks associated with the use of technology and data in an ever-changing environment. Education and awareness, increase understanding of cybersecurity, privacy, and digital ethics among employees and the general public. Global digital governance is a process for regulating and managing digital technology at a global level. This process involves a wide range of stakeholders, including governments, businesses, civil society organizations, and individuals. The aim of global digital governance is to ensure that digital technology is used responsibly and benefits everyone. This covers a variety of issues, such as access, ensuring that everyone has access to digital technologies, regardless of their location, background, or abilities. Security, protects the privacy, security, and safety of digital technology users. Freedom of expression, ensuring that freedom of expression is protected in the digital space. Equality, ensuring that everyone has the same opportunity to exploit the benefits of digital technology. Global digital governance is a complex challenge because it involves many different interests. However, this is important to do so that digital technology can benefit everyone in the world. The following are some examples of issues related to global digital governance. Cross-border data flows, how personal and other data can be transferred between countries. Technology regulation, how new technologies, such as artificial intelligence and blockchain technology, should be regulated. Use of technology for propaganda and disinformation, how to prevent the use of technology to spread propaganda and disinformation. Global digital governance is an issue that continues to develop, along with the development of digital technology. Governments, businesses, and civil society organizations need to continue working together to ensure that digital technologies are used responsibly and benefit everyone. Here are some principles that can be used to guide global digital governance. Transparency, all processes and decisions related to digital governance must be transparent and accessible to the public. Participation, all relevant stakeholders must have the opportunity to participate in the digital governance process. Fairness, everyone should be treated fairly and equally in the digital space. Sustainability, digital governance must be sustainable and not damage the environment. These principles can help ensure that global digital governance runs effectively and benefits everyone. Global digital governance is improving in response to the dual processes of globalization and digitalization. Serving the innovation and application of digital technologies, global digital governance requires global cooperation to achieve economic benefits and overcome the challenges of digital transformation, which include issues such as the internet, digital taxes, and cross-border data flows. The existing literature has not been able to answer why these challenges have become more severe in recent decades and why global government responses to these challenges may differ. This study argues that the transformation from protective immunity of digital platforms to a techlash against big tech is fueling the rapid development of global digital governance. Following the paradigm shift argument, this paper further proposes an integrated framework for analyzing the characteristics of new models to explain heterogeneity across global digital governance issues. The main elements of this framework include the nature of the common good, comedy or tragedy, the global power structure, decentralization or centralization, and the governance regime, technocracy or democracy. This study applies this framework to analyze 3 cases of global digital governance issues and demonstrates its analytical power. Global digital governance is becoming increasingly important as the use of digital technologies increases around the world. Digital technology has the potential to provide great benefits to society, but it also poses significant risks. Effective global digital governance is needed to ensure that digital technologies are used for good. Here are some of the main challenges facing global digital governance. Openness versus control. There is a difficult balance between the need to maintain openness and freedom of the internet and the need to protect security and privacy. Cultural diversity. Global digital governance must be sensitive to the diversity of cultures and values around the world. Diversity of interests. There are competing interests in global digital governance, including those of governments, businesses, and civil society. Global digital governance is a rapidly developing field. Various international organizations, including the United Nations, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, and the Council of Europe, are working to develop effective global digital governance. The initial use of the term global governance began in the 1970s and became increasingly used in the late 1980s and early 1990s after the end of the Cold War, Mendelowitz, 1975. The meaning of the term global governance is closely related to several empirical and normative developments that facilitate the development of global system actors and networks to create generalized principles of behavior. The development that is the main characteristic of contemporary globalization in the 21st century is technological development, especially in the field of information and communication technology. Massive technological progress in this field is not only an instrument that facilitates globalization, but also an international public good with significant political, socio-economic and ideational dimensions that functions to reorganize an orderly and just global system. Political developments include the emergence of new actors other than the state or non-state and non-governmental actors, both formal and non-formal, such as organizations, institutions, regimes, companies, social movements, civil society and individuals who are increasingly spreading throughout the global system and have the ability to, central authority and power to influence actors' perceptions, intentions, or actions. O'Brien, Getz, Schulte, and Williams, 2000. Economic development based on economic liberalization includes growing and increasing interdependence of economics, trade, finance, capital between countries, within between non-state actors or transnational actors. Ruggie, 1998. Last, but not least, is social development and ideas.